What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here, and welcome to the Geek Lounge. As you guys can see, I've kind of been neglecting my parcels over the last couple of weeks, so let's not waste any further time and let's get into them. And I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, I have actually opened up a lot of these parcels just to really give a double check. Main reason being, surprise, surprise, we've had a lot of rain here in the UK. Well, maybe that's a bit unfair. We haven't had a lot of rain. It's just kind of been periodic thunderstorms, but heavy thunderstorms, at least where I'm based. And so, you know, a lot of these parcels, for some reason, the boxes were really wet when they were delivered. I don't know why. Did the delivery man, delivery woman take them out of the van and just kind of keep them around before like ringing my doorbell? Who knows? But some of them arrived wet, and I wanted to check that, you know, everything was all good, it was all in order. Thankfully they were. So like I said, the majority of these boxes have already been opened, and I think kind of, what's a good word, amalgamated them into like, you know, other boxes to kind of save space and whatnot. So yeah, it's all a bit of a mishmash, to be perfectly honest with you. And so I thought we'd start with this parcel from popfigures.com, guys. Although, like I said, I think there are some things in here that aren't from Pop Figures, just because I kind of amalgamated everything together. The bulk of what's in here is actually Funko Sodas. If you guys have been watching, you know I am going to be doing that 50 Funko Soda. I was going to say uncanning again, I've said that word. It's not unboxing, you know, opening 50 unique Funko Sodas, and I've got a whole bunch from popfigures.com that they got in stock. But there were some others from some other stores, so let's maybe start with them. I think, yeah, let me just quickly show this one to you guys. This one was pretty cool. This one was actually from Danny and Jazz that they sent out just literally the other day. It is the SDCC, the San Diego Comic-Con toucan, as you can see there. Was it, yeah, 2021 full limited edition sticker with the kind of San Diego logo there as well. From the Funko Shop, I picked up King Kong, or just Kong as it says there. I suppose we'll get through these a bit quick, otherwise we'll be here all day. I picked up a Mighty Mouse from the Funko Shop there as well. I think majority of these are all international. Edward from Cowboy Bebop. Godspeed from The Flash, another one from FunkoEurope.com. The last one from FunkoEurope.com was Master Chief from the Halo series of video games. The rest of these are from popfigures.com. We have Boruto Uzumaki. I'm nowhere near up to this point in that series just yet. Peter Venkman here from Ghostbusters, as well as Egon Spengler. I do wonder if we are going to get the other two kind of Ghostbusters from the original series. We've got Captain Cold here from The Flash himself from his namesake series, although I think these are just kind of comic book versions rather than like the TV show or movies. El Leyenda Americana, that was from the kind of Lucha Libre line of the Marvel figures they did. That was the Captain America version. Also El Terra Purpura. My pronunciations are probably really crap. That was the Thanos version. We have an Iron Man here. I think that was kind of one of the original sodas, if I'm not mistaken. There's no kind of international sticker. Picked up a Lion-O as well from Thundercats. That's pretty cool. We picked up an Edward Scissorhands. I actually thought for a second there that was open. Edward Scissorhands from the namesake movie. Harley Quinn, that kind of original. This was a summer convention exclusive as well, that kind of original Harley Quinn outfit. Batgirl, again, I think that was one of the more original ones, wasn't it? I don't think this is kind of like an international version. Snake Plissken, you know, I really loved Escape from New York. I'm a big fan of Kurt Russell. Kind of really hope we get kind of more characters that, you know, he's kind of portrayed in movies going forward. But yeah, that was all the sodas, guys. There were two pops that I did also pick up from Pop Figures. Again, if you've been following, actually, let me just show off. They do their own kind of pop sorters there as well. Very cool. If you have been following, you know, since the lockdown, well, the very first lockdown, I should say, it was like, what, 2 years ago now, right? Or almost 2 years ago. Pretty crazy. Started watching anime, kind of fell in love with a whole bunch of shows. It has meant that, you know, my expenses have kind of really gone up, because it's like, not only are you subscribing to these kind of platforms like Funimation and Crunchyroll, but you then want to buy every kind of pop in a new series you come across, and that's kind of what I've been doing with Naruto. Here is Naruto 6th Pass Sage, the Glow in the Dark Speciality Series. I won't be taking this out of the box. I'm actually nowhere near this yet. I think I've literally just got up to the... I'm kind of like the last kind of canonical story arc, as far as I understand, from part 1 of Naruto. So I'm not even on Shippuden yet. And the other one I picked up was the Hot Topic exclusive. It's the Metallic Gara, which is also very, very cool. Again, I'll take a closer look at these figures at some point. You know, maybe I'll do a big kind of Naruto video or something like that. But yeah, that was kind of everything. You can't really see it all in this shot. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 sodas there, guys. And like I said, I think it might even put me above 40, to be honest. But we're not too far now from that 50 unique Funko Soda video. Next up, guys, I picked up a whole bunch of stuff from EMP. We can stick with the Naruto theme because I did pick up a few figures from there. These aren't anything fancy. I think they're older. Maybe last year or kind of year before. It says 2021 on the bottom of the box, you know, in terms of the release dates. Maybe they were restocks. I'm not entirely sure. I did only really start watching Naruto this year, if I am perfectly honest. But yeah, here we go with Kabuto, Shikamaru, and Pain there. I mean, the lights, apologies, not so great there for you guys. But there, as you can see, Kabuto, as I mentioned, Shikamaru, who, you know, from what I understand, is a huge fan favorite character, and I am already liking him already, and I'm not even on Shippuden yet. And Pain, which I am, you know, well and truly a long, long way off. You know, maybe it's going to be a bit of a pain trying to get there with the amount of episodes. There are some of the figures, though, there on the back. But I'll maybe do a Naruto video at some point looking at some of these in a bit more greater detail. Keeping, though, with the EMP box, guys, I then had a kind of bunch of Pop and Tees. I mean, we'll stick with the anime kind of theme. I did pick up the Tokoyami Pop and Tee. Now, this was exclusive, and I had actually pre-ordered it from HMV, but then I saw it drop on EMP, and I really kind of wanted this figure for the collection. Again, I mean, I'll take it out of this box so I can quickly show off the t-shirt to you guys, which I think is like him with Dark Shadow. I mean, I think the Pop is with him and Dark Shadow as well, but we won't take a kind of closer look at this figure. It's, you know, slightly older one. Again, a kind of a bit of a restock. But there is the t-shirt there, guys. Pretty cool, as you can see. And let me just show you the figure as well with the special edition sticker, because this is the metallic version of the figure. Like I said, we'll take a closer look. I wanted to do a kind of big My Hero Academia video at some point, and then I picked up a single tee just by itself. Or actually, let me show you off before I open it up. It is the Mandalorian with the child, where he's kind of playing on the Razor Crest, trying to grab the kind of control knob. Let me just open that up for you guys as well so we can show this off. I am a big fan of Pop Tees, if you hadn't already guessed, especially if you've been watching. You'll know I've picked up quite a few of them, and here is this one, guys. Again, very, very cool. Really, really liking that. You know, as I said, the child there grabbing the control knob on the Razor Crest with the Mandalorian in the background. And then one more thing that dropped from EMP, guys, that I was very happy to get was the Hobgoblin glow-in-the-dark Pop and Tee from the animated Spider-Man series. If you've been watching a couple of videos, well, I say a couple, maybe it was 4 or 5 videos ago, I was picking up, or have been picking up, the animated Spider-Man Funko Pops. You know, they were a big part of my childhood. And I'd noticed the Hobgoblin had gone to HMV, and I was like, yeah, I've pre-ordered this, waiting for that to come in, waiting for the Black Cat to come in, because I'd picked up Spider-Man, Doc Ock, and Madam Web as well. And then I kind of was, you know, looking through my pre-order, seeing, oh, what have I got left to come? And I was like, where is my pre-order with the Hobgoblin on HMV? And it wasn't there, and then it was suddenly out of stock, and I was like, are you kidding me? And then it suddenly dropped on EMP, and I was like, sweet, we'll grab that. So I did, grabbed it right here. All I am missing now is actually the Black Cat. I have ordered it from Pop Culture, which is a bit annoying because they've suddenly started dropping in the Entertainer. I mean, the releases over here have been really weird in terms of exclusivity, guys. Not just for this line, for quite a few line of Pops. You know, over here in the UK, I really don't know what's going on. It's almost like things are getting timed exclusives, but I believe these were all exclusive to Target in the US, if I'm not mistaken. They've kind of been different over here, and it's like Madam Web dropped at the Entertainer. You had Spider-Man that dropped at Magic Madhouse. You then had like Doc Ock, actually all three, actually, Doc Ock, Black Cat, and Hobgoblin were all kind of dropping at Tesco's, and then but they were still like really hard to find. And then suddenly, you know, this kind of came up on HMV, Doc Ock, and now Black Cat have dropped at the Entertainer. And then, you know, as I said, this was supposed to be for HMV, then it dropped to EMP. So, you know, with all this exclusivity and who these figures are supposed to be going to, it's kind of making my head go TNT. And okay, so I'm never going to have a career in wrapping, but look at this, guys. Very, very cool tee. As you can see there, you know, some nice colours. Your mind, Spidey. Pretty cool. As well as the figure, guys, we're not going to take it out of the box, because I did mention, if you have been following, I am going to do that animated Spider-Man kind of special video as soon as that Black Cat comes in. You know, the order from Pop Culture was about a month ago now, so I'm hoping it will arrive quite soon. But one thing I did want to quickly show you guys is the glow in the dark on this figure, because it's very, very sick. And let me just actually show you the box there up close just before we take a look at the glow in the dark. And there are the other figures in the set. Like I said, the only one I am missing now is that Black Cat, which hopefully will come very, very soon so we can do this kind of full video. And I haven't had the black light on this for too long, guys, and look at that. Very, very cool. I mean, it's losing its glow already, but like I said, I haven't really had the torch on it for too long. I mean, I just think the glow is really, really cool. I can't wait to look at this figure in kind of greater detail. You know, as soon as that Black Cat does come in, we will be doing this full animated Spider-Man, you know, wave of Funko Pop figures. Yeah, like I said, can't wait till that comes in. And next up, guys, my Pop in a Box 2-pack from Ellie and Carl did come in. Look at that, guys. Very, very cool with the Pop in a Box exclusive sticker. One thing that annoys me now and again, these stickers come like right to the edge, and I think if you kind of push that a bit more, it would end up peeling off. And I don't know if you guys can kind of make it out. There is kind of like a black smudge. It is on the inside. I have seen a few people in Facebook groups kind of complain that you know, their Ellie and Carl wedding 2-pack was received with whether it was a mark on the pop or a mark on the box. I am going to actually pop this out. Let me just grab the knife here, because it is got tape on the bottom. It just seems weird. It's like on the inside. I'm pretty sure it's on the inside, not the outside. It's almost like it's permanent marker, and it's like, seriously, you guys can now maybe see that without the figures there. There's that kind of nice insert there in the background there of kind of like a stained glass window at a church for the wedding. But let's now take a closer look at these figures, guys. And they actually are two separate figures. They're just kind of holding hands. They're not like connected, not, you know, any kind of base or anything like that. But I think they probably look pretty weird if you did kind of display them, you know, not together really, right? It'd be a little bit weird. This is the first Carl and Ellie 2-pack I've actually got. I have missed out on the others, and, you know, I will be picking them up at some point, because Up, you know, it's, you know, Up and Wall-E are probably my two favourite Disney Pixar movies. Look at the veil there. That's pretty cool. It's almost like a bit of kind of translucent, if that's the right word, kind of to it, where you can, you know, see through it a little bit. But yeah, pretty cool. Love the glasses there on Carl. Ellie looking rather elegant, rather beautiful there in her wedding dress too. Just, you know, two really, really cool figures. And like I said, we'll try and get the other ones from the Up collection. And then sticking with Disney Pixar, guys, I actually did pick up the Scented Yeti. If you've been watching, I kind of picked up a lot of these Monsters Inc. figures recently. I was just kind of missing this Scented Yeti and the Flux Sully, and then the what's it called, the Funko Shop exclusive like Sully with Boo. And now I wasn't too sure who, or I couldn't really recall who the Scented Yeti was going to, and then literally like a week after I picked up the regular one on FunkoEurope.com, the scented one came as well. I'm not going to, you know, take a closer look at it, because we did take a closer look at it in a recent video, but I did just want to have a quick sniff. I think it's lemon. I think it is. It's quite a strong smell, to be honest. I mean, there's no way you guys are going to be able to obviously smell it. Maybe that's some technology for the future where you can like smell through the camera, right? Or am I being ridiculous? Probably so, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's lemon. Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure there's a lemon scent to that. If anyone has picked up this figure, please do let me know, you know, especially with your kind of more better sense or better smell sense than mine. Is this lemon scented? And I just mentioned this figure, guys. I did pick it up. It is the Funko Shop exclusive Sully with Boo there. As you can see, very, very cool. It dropped, I think it was like a week or so ago. Had to pick it up. Let's now take a closer look at it. And look at that, guys. That is very, very cool. Boo there in kind of like that Chinese style box that you get when ordering Chinese takeaway. You know, Sully still has the worried look on his face. It's kind of like goes hand in hand with those new kind of Sully and Mike figures where they're, you know, they're kind of dressed up in, well, kind of ridiculous outfits really to kind of protect themselves because they don't know what happens when a human touches you, and he's kind of just holding her here in this Chinese box as we are kind of going round now. At the back, just the kind of regular Sully spots and you know, his tail with the kind of are they spikes, whatever they are, horns on the head as well, swinging back round to the front. There is Boo. I love the kind of size difference. It's probably pretty accurate, to be perfectly honest. They're in that Chinese box, the rosy red cheeks with her tongue sticking out, looking as cute as ever. But yeah, guys, really, really cool figure. Like I said, it is just that flocked Sully that I now need to complete this entire new wave of Monsters Inc. figures, and I think it is an exclusive to Smith's Toys, so I will have to head out there at some point. And next up, guys, are two more Funko Shop exclusives. We have the Reverse Flash. Actually, they're both Reverse Flash. One from the, what was it called? Dia de los, the kind of Day of the Dead. And the Imperial Reverse Flash as well to go with the rest of that Imperial Palace set. Let me just show you guys them a little bit closer there. The Imperial Palace Reverse Flash. It actually dropped on EMP first. It was a good month or so ago. I actually missed that one, but then it dropped again on the Funko Shop. And then, as I said, that is it Dia de los? I think it's like the Day of the Dead, right? I think the only one I'm missing of these, let me guys show you the back there. Actually, I just haven't picked up the Harley Quinn. I have the Batman, Joker, and Bane all as glow in the dark. I think they did Blue Beetle as glow in the dark as well, right? But I'm not sure that that has released yet, or certainly hasn't over here in the UK. I kind of feel this figure would have looked really awesome as a glow in the dark as well, but for whatever reason they didn't do it. Let's now take a closer look at both of these Reverse Flash figures. And starting with this Day of the Dead one, guys, look at that. Very, very cool. Like I said, I really think this would have made a really cool glow-in-the-dark variant with, you know, the kind of white face, the lightning there at the bottom of the feet. It is just kind of like a typical sort of pose we have seen in some of these Flash figures where they are running, but I really love the kind of design on this outfit. It's not kind of that vibrant, bright yellow. It is kind of that... It's kind of like a more darker golden sort of yellow, I guess, to, you know, kind of go with the theme of the dead, right, maybe. But then you kind of have the rest of those kind of vibrant colours as we kind of come back round to the front. That kind of green, the red, like I said, the white face with the teeth. That kind of all makes up that kind of typical look you see with the Day of the Dead. Just a very, very cool figure. Like I said, it would have been even cooler if it was glow in the dark. And then the Imperial Palace Reverse Flash here, guys. This is very, very cool. The yellow here, much more vibrant than that Day of the Dead figure. I just love the design they've done on these figures with, you know, the kind of samurai-like armor that they wear. Even some of this looks a bit metallic. I know you can get those, I don't know if they were released in China or you know, who exactly they were exclusive to, but you could kind of get metallic variants of these that were limited piece counts. You know, certainly a lot more expensive if you didn't manage to get them kind of at that retail price. But yeah, some of the kind of red trim here almost looks metallic to me, at least in the light. But still, this is just very, very cool. As we swing back round to the front there, guys, again, I just love that armor. That, you know, yellow, the black, the red, you know, those kind of colors all go really well together. And I love the fact that the red eyes are like this kind of darker red. It's not quite that, almost, like I said, that metallic-like trim. Just, again, a very, very cool figure. Happy to have picked this one up after I, you know, missed out on that first EMP drop. And next, guys, I ordered a bunch of things from Danny and Jazz. It was all at kind of various different times. You know, I think some of them were even pre-orders. Well, I know this one was definitely a pre-order, and I mentioned it to them on Instagram the other day. Again, a big thank you. Not sure if they are watching, but a big thank you for sending this out already. It was part of a larger pre-order, but, you know, they still shipped it out to me. It is the 5-pack of the Bad Batch, guys. Hunter, Wrecker, Tech, Crosshair, and Echo. How cool is that, apart from that kind of new boring GameStop sticker, GameStop exclusive sticker I should say, as they've now kind of brought out. I don't know why they changed it, so be it, but this is very cool, guys. I won't be taking this out of the box and taking a closer look because I did want to do a big Bad Batch video with the kind of rest of the figures You know, I wanted to do it a long time ago, and you know, if you haven't watched any of the kind of like specials and that I've done, what I tend to do is look at figures I'd love to see in the set, and I was planning to do the Bad Batch one like literally not long after, you know, I'd finished watching the show, and then I was like, you know what, it would have been so cool if they had done these figures like without their helmets, and then suddenly I saw they were coming out with it, and I was like, oh, you've kind of ruined my video that I was going to do, or at least I was too slow, you know, in kind of doing that video. But still really cool that they brought these out, and like I said, I will now be taking a closer look at these, you know, in the very near future. I actually do still need that Cad Bane figure that has come out. I think that comes out, well, I think it's been released in the US, certainly in the UK. It was supposed to be exclusive to Pop. Well, so it's supposed to be, it is exclusive to Pop in the Box. I don't think it has released just yet, but I know you can get it from a bunch of independent retailers. So I really do just need to pick that up so I can finally do this video. And now another figure that was exclusive to Pop in the Box from those full convention shared exclusives was the Doctor Strange Supreme Unleashed. It still hasn't been released by Pop in the Box, at least not to my knowledge, but I did actually pick one up from Danny and Jazz. This figure just looks really, really cool. I now want to take a closer look at it. And look at that, guys. This figure is very, very sick. Maybe an early contender already for Figure of the Year. Doctor Strange Supreme Unleashed from the What If series, when he's really just too powerful, right? He's consumed all the powers of those beasts, and now he looks like an amalgamation of all the beasts whose kind of powers he consumed, right? But yeah, it's just, I love the colors, the detail on it. Look at those tentacle, you know, the squid-like tentacles there on the bottom that kind of make up the base. We are kind of going around now as we kind of get to, were they wings? I guess they're wings, right? There's kind of some holes and some damage in there. More squid-like tentacles coming out of the back of the head. This time, you know, greys. There's kind of the purple, I don't know even if they are horns or if that's kind of supposed to be hair. Like I said, they're on those kind of really evil bat-like wings. There are some kind of holes in there, some damage as we kind of swing back round to the front. You know, look at those horns as they kind of curl round, you know, from like a light purple to a kind of pinky purple to finishing off the horn with a black. Horns there on the top of the head as well. Multiple kind of eyes. Look at the mouth, the teeth, the goatee is still there. Is that like a snake that's kind of curled around his neck as well? And then kind of, you know, different arms, different legs. It's like a hoof there on his left leg, and kind of almost like a bird-like claw on the right leg. The right arm is kind of, it looks more muscular. It's blue with claws. And then, you know, that left arm is more like purple. It's kind of like running out of breath trying to go through everything here. Just so much detail on this figure. Really, really cool. You know, I wasn't thinking about picking it up, but then I kind of decided I really liked the What If series and decided I would, you know, kind of collect all of the figures, or at least most of the figures in the set. So really glad I picked this one up now. And looking at it here in the full detail, it just, guys, it's so, so cool. If you really want this figure, I do recommend to pick it up. Yeah, awesome. Totally awesome. And then, guys, I did also pick up the Sword in the Stone Arthur pulling Excalibur. This, I'm trying to think though, did I actually get this off Danny and Jazz now? Was it the Funko Shop? I honestly can't remember. Yeah, I know on the Funko Shop it went out of stock pretty quickly when it first dropped, like I want to say a couple of months ago. But yeah, I really liked the kind of look of this figure, although the deluxe is kind of a bit like, you know, look at that, guys. Why is this box so big when that figure, it's not so much bit, well, you know, let me take it out of the box so we don't get that kind of, you know, glare reflection from the light. Look at that. That's not really very much more than kind of a basic figure. He's kind of a basic figure. He's just kind of really got a stand and then the sword, right? And you kind of call that deluxe. I mean, it's still very cool, don't get me wrong. You know, I was very happy to pick it up. I do think it was Danny and Jazz, but it could have been the Funko Shop. I actually have this really bad habit, and I'd be interested to know in the comment section below if you guys have this habit as well. You know, maybe it is more UK based. I don't know if this necessarily exists in the US, but we get a lot of free shipping over here if you spend a certain amount of money. Maybe it is similar in the US. I'm not entirely sure. Just kind of thinking, you know, we can fit into Texas like a whole bunch of times, right? So we're of course a much smaller country. I kind of understand with the infrastructure and things, like delivery is probably a lot easier for us in the UK than, you know, a delivery from the East Coast to the West Coast of America, for instance. But like I said, when you spend over a certain amount, you get free shipping. But I always like try and want to spend to get free shipping. It's like, there's something about it that I dislike getting, you know, or having to spend on shipping, right? And so it's kind of like I will spend the kind of amount to get the free shipping, and it's like, well, you know, maybe you wouldn't have spent so much money just buying a figure with kind of shipping anyway. Do you know what I mean? You don't spend as much money, but it's just one of those habits that I have. And like I said, I'd be interested to know, are there other people out there who kind of do that, or is it only just me? But again, guys, very quick look again at Arthur pulling the sword there. It's pretty cool. I just kind of think it's a little bit, you know, to really call that deluxe, yeah, not convinced. And the last thing I picked up from Danny and Jazz, guys, was the die-cast Iron Man figure. If you've been watching, I said I was going to be getting this at some point, and then annoyingly the Wonder Woman die-cast figure dropped as well, and I missed it. I'd had like a really late night, not boozing or anything like that, just it was a late night. It was probably binge watching anime, to be honest. And yeah, I kind of woke up late and missed the drop for Wonder Woman on the Funko Shop. So still annoyingly now behind on the die-cast figures when I did finally pick this one up. I think Wonder Woman is actually on Danny and Jazz currently available. It's like 85. I think that is the trending price still for it, because that tends to be what Danny and Jazz does. They kind of sell for the trending price. But I was still like 85. It's not really been out that long, and it, you know, dropped for like 50. So, you know, to already spend like 35 more, it's a little bit annoying, but you know, there he is, guys. Again, like with the Captain America, which I think, yeah, he's behind me there, with the Batman ones over there. I don't know if you guys can see them in the shot. We do now have the Iron Man one to add to the collection, so I won't take it out of the box because I do want to do a full kind of die-cast video. It's just now I need to get that Wonder Woman one to do it. And yeah, hopefully I'll get that before they then drop something else. And I've got 2 more parcels to go, guys, and these ones are actually sealed because they literally came 10 minutes before I started shooting. This first one, I think, is from eBay. I don't know how easy it's going to be to get in here. They seem to have packaged it pretty well. 3 figures here in sorters, so I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Let me just toss that over there. First and foremost here, Kakashi Anbu Chase Edition. Like I said, I'm nowhere near this, you know, this part of the series, so there's no point really taking a closer look at these figures until I, you know, have really probably watched kind of Shippuden, to be perfectly honest. I kind of mentioned him earlier, Minato Namazaki. I got the chase, or glow chase of him as well. I didn't actually mention the Kakashi Anbu one, the non-chase. They're actually not on the back. The non-chase is just him without the mask. And then the last one I picked up was the Sasuke Rinnegan. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Glow chase as well. So a bit like the Minato Namazaki one, the common just doesn't glow in the dark. But very cool. Very happy that I could pick these up. Like I said, I got a good deal on all of them. All under TPD value here in the UK. And now the final package, guys, is from my friend in the US. B, if you are watching, thank you so much for sending these figures over. He kind of hooks me up with a lot of the kind of US exclusive stuff, especially if I kind of miss drops with, you know, like Pop Figures, Danny and Jazz, double box toys, etc, etc. Been, you know, looking forward to receiving this one all nice and well packed with padding, all in pop sorters as well, guys. Actually, there's only one figure that I am going to take a closer look at here, but first and foremost, here is the Geralt Chase Edition. I wasn't lucky enough to pull the chase from my order from FunkoEurope.com, but B was able to sort me out for a Chase Edition at a very, very good price, again, under TPD, so thanks again for that. He did also sort me out with the Books A Million, you know, the BAM exclusive Basil Yennefer. As you guys can see, they're exclusive to Hive here in the UK. Do not believe it has released yet. Interestingly enough, no figures on the back for this one, just kind of like the Witcher. It is the Witcher logo. Yeah, the kind of wolf logo there. Pretty cool. Like I said, guys, I'll be taking a closer look at those figures once I get the full set. I'm just waiting on, I've got Geralt and, is it Geralt? I always think, is it Geralt on Roach? I think it's Geralt and Roach. Walmart exclusive that is coming from Danny and Jazz. But I did see B actually text me today to say, you know, he's got one of those. And the Yaskia Blue Jacket exclusive, I think it was Hot Topic. So I might have to take him up on those. We'll see. Like I said, I've already got the pre-order with Danny and Jazz anyway. So I'd just be buying 2, which is a bit silly. The other thing he did sort me out with is the Botch Lunch... can't even say that properly. Box Lunch exclusive Itachi with crows, which I know has been a very popular figure. You know, it kind of sold out really quickly, I think both in the US and the UK. You know, I'm sure there's been restocks for this as well. Again, I'm pretty much nowhere near. I have seen Itachi in the show, but kind of probably nowhere near to what this is kind of reflecting on. So we won't take a closer look at this yet. But one figure I really did want to take a closer look, and I'm very, very happy that I managed to get this, because there's still no news on who this is going to in the UK. I think it was supposed to be Pop in a Box, if I'm not mistaken. At least I think that was the initial announcement from FunkoEurope.com. It is the Tanjiro Kamado figure with the water breathing. I think if that's the kind of correct term. This figure, you know, the whole Demon Slayer kind of releases have been very, very messy. I think similarly in the US as well, right? You guys, I think, had... was it Mini Nezuko? Like, it was to Box Lunch, it was delayed a lot, and we kind of had it ages ago on FunkoEurope.com. But I know, like, the fire breathing figure, again, if that's kind of the correct term to call it, that was supposed to go, I think it was like Forbidden Planet International, and then it dropped on Smith's Toys, sold out just like that. I mean, the releases have kind of been a bit crazy, but again, we're in the middle of the pandemic. I don't want to criticize too much because, you know, as I know, there are issues with kind of distribution, you know, shipping, production, etc, etc. But yeah, guys, let's now take a closer look at this Tanjiro kind of dragon water breathing, whatever it's supposed to be called. And wow, guys, simply wow, no other word to describe it. There we go, I've got a new word, wow. But yeah, I mean, this figure is absolutely awesome. I'm kind of at a loss for words. I really couldn't see, you know, all of the detail in the box. This is one of those figures similar to that Doctor Strange Supreme Unleashed. To really enjoy a figure like this, it has to be displayed outside of the box. Just look at it. Look at the effects there on the water, the kind of sword. I love how you can kind of make out the sword still inside the water there as we're going around. He has those, I'd say earrings. I think there's probably is a better word, or I say a better word, like a more correct word, a traditional word for those in Japan. I love how they've done the hair and the kind of colour scheme there on the hair. Like I said, I haven't really looked at a Tanjiro figure very closely because none of them have really come in just yet. You know, love Demon Slayer. I have watched the Mugen Train movie. I haven't watched the arc just yet. I know the Entertainment District arc is there as well. I'm kind of waiting for it all to drop, to be perfectly honest, and then I'll kind of binge it in probably just a few days. But back round to the front, yeah, the dragon, I love it, guys. The kind of that scar on his head, the kind of look of determination that they've created as well with the kind of eyebrows and that. It's just a super, super cool figure. Let's also check out the glow. Total concentration, water breathing, temp form, constant flux. At least that's what I think this is. I was kind of looking up the different forms, and you know, the temp form, constant flux mentioned something about taking the form of a dragon. I've actually had to pull out the iPhone on this, guys, because my camera was just not showing up the glow very well at all, whereas the phone seemed to do better. And look at that, guys. It is pretty cool. It kind of looks a bit better in person. I mean, I have had the torch on there for quite a long time, to be honest, and unfortunately I just kind of felt the head of the dragon might glow a bit more, but it is still pretty darn cool. And that is going to do it for today's video, guys. I couldn't really even fit everything in to do kind of like one full outro shot, so I just really kind of laid it all on the table. As you guys can see here, a very, very cool haul. Guys, first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If so, be sure to give us a like. Drop some comments below. What did you guys enjoy most with what I picked up today? For me, personally, I really liked the Doctor Strange Supreme Unleashed figure. I thought that was all sorts of cool, as well as the Tanjiro, like the water dragon breathing, whatever the figure's called. I mean, it just says Tanjiro Kamado there, but it is kind of like the water breathing dragon. But nonetheless, A lot of these things were very, very cool. We didn't really look at a lot of them in greater detail, including that Bad Batch 5 patch, but like I said, a really, really cool haul. Very, very happy. Had to get through those packages. You know, they've been sitting there for quite a while. Guys, if you aren't subscribed, make sure you do hit, smash, click, whatever, that subscribe button. Enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any future content, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds.